Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to our degree info session. As Princess has hinted, this would be our final session for the May 2024 intake. So I'm really excited to meet you all. My name is Nino Chibuzawachuku. Currently a year 3 student from the class of 2022. And I'll be taking you guys through today's session before Princess and other colleague take over from some of our degree programs, where they'll be shedding light and info on what ALE offers. So let's just start a little bit to hype up the session today. Please drop a message in the chat. How you feeling today? How's your day been? How did you wake up? Hope you woke up on the right side of the bed. For me, I'm doing okay. I just came around. Happy to meet you all today. And I'm really just excited to see the questions you have and also to share ALE degree programs and really talk about what we offer here. So guys, let's drop our message. Okay, I can see some feeling excited. Romari, thank you. Let's have more messages. How are you feeling today? Where are you from? Okay, I can see from Meron, from Ethiopia. We have some people from Kenya, from Sierra Leone. Thank you for joining. Hi, Nico from Rwanda. Guys, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Princess, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. The weather is a bit cold, but yeah, I'm fine, Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Okay. If you have more messages, please drop it in the chat. Just like I introduced myself, my name is Nino. I'm also an intern, currently working with the Visiting Expert Program team. And then we also have Chisom and Princess here that, like I said, will be taking us through some of our programs. And we're really excited to take you guys through this journey. Francis, thank you. Feeling really good. Okay, so just a little bit about ALU, the African Leadership University. Currently, we have 2 degree programs that we'll be offering. When you come in, your first 4 months will be on campus, and then we have asynchronous learning throughout our degree program. And then we'll be taking you guys through the different degree programs, what we offer, what we mean when we say missions, which some of you might have seen from the messages and the applications and all that. And then we'll be taking you guys through the curriculum, our program design, and all that. So please, if you have any questions, you can start dropping them in the chat, and then we'll take it. But if otherwise, we also have a chance for you guys to ask questions and really let us know what else you would like to know. So just a brief intro. Like I said, we have 2 degree programs currently being offered, BSc Honors in Entrepreneurial Leadership and BSc Honors in Software Engineering. And then as structured in this slide here, it's broken into different sections. We have the degree, which I just listed. We have our missions, we have the foundation series, which basically create opportunities for students to really learn how to learn. Basically understanding how can we position yourself to able to then like start your early journey. And then we have practical experiences, which is then also broken down into three different sections. We have the missions capstone, which basically comes at the end of your early journey. We have the skills immersion, which is basically your internship period. And we have different professional skills development opportunities. Just to take you through, in the mission section, we have what we call the 14 grand challenges and great opportunities, which I'm going to be shedding light in the next couple of slides, which are basically is the framework which we kind of craft our mission towards, which is basically what we hope to solve, what we're really interested in, some problems we've seen in our communities that we're passionate about solving, and really understanding how we can make use of our experiences and really like make a change. And then for our foundation series, like I mentioned, you delve into modules like learning processes, reflective thinking. You learn about communications, how to work in groups. You learn about leadership concepts. You also kind of delve into entrepreneurship and basically understanding how you can build a business. For some of us interested in building a business, you don't have to build a business. Not everyone has to have a venture, but just giving that experience and exposing you to that mindset. Yeah, so I'm going to be taking you guys through our missions, the 14 grand challenges and great opportunities. In the next slide. Right. So we have 14 grand challenges and great opportunities. They are literally broken down into 7. So 7 grand challenges, 7 great opportunities. And you could kind of liken it to the Sustainable Development Goals. That has been listed out by UN, but this is a more concise framework where we kind of use it to guide us towards what we're really interested in solving. I'm just going through it. We have for our grand challenges, we have urbanization, we have education, we have healthcare, we have climate change, governance, job creation, and infrastructure. And then for our great opportunities, which is the opportunities that really lie on the African continent, that people like me and you can really take opportunity in. We have agriculture, we have natural resource management, we have wildlife conservation, and just to also add, here you have a school, which is the School of Wildlife Conservation, that is more designed into that. So for some of us interested in conservation, we also have the opportunity. We have regional integration, we have art, design, and culture, we have tourism, and we have empowerment of women. So, like I said, this has just been crafted out for us to kind of understand and to get us thinking about what we really want to do and how we can make impact in our communities. So this has been designed for us. And then just to also note, we'll be coming back to shed more light on that and have some exercises on our 14 grand challenges and great opportunities. But before that, let's take you guys through our degree programs and really understand what we offer and what some of these modules entail. I'm going to be handing it over to Princess to take it over and tell us about what the BSc software engineering module is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nino. I hope you guys have a brief introduction, a brief knowledge of how the academics here in ALU works. I know most of you are probably wondering, why do we have just 2 degree programs here? Why not like 14 or 15, just in like the normal traditional universities where you have a lot of degree programs? So you get to understand. I'm Princess again, and like I said, I'm an ALE student. I joined in January 2022. I'm in my final year and I'm studying software engineering. So for our BL and BSc degree programs, it's made up of 4 makeups. So we have the missions, the foundation, skills immersion, and degree specialization. So like Nino said, we have missions, like he mentioned earlier. It's basically coming up with like a challenge in your community, or even if it's not in your community, anywhere, but then like somewhere closer to you that you can easily implement your solution. And then you base these things, you craft it, you craft it, and then you find solutions while you have resources and support system to support you. So basically the mission here is probably to give you real life experiences on how challenges are solved in the like out there. So when you graduate and you go out, you have experiences on how you can tackle certain challenges. Then we have foundation, where you are given a lot of courses to study. For these 2 are for everyone, whether you're taking BL or BSE. So you have like courses on communication, courses on how to navigate in difficult situations, courses on self-awareness, leadership, ethics, and all that. These are to equip early. We believe that you need to get these leadership skills so you can be able to navigate in the world wherever you are. When you find yourself as a leader, early training us to be the leaders of Africa tomorrow. Then you have the skills immersion. So basically skills immersion is going out to intern with a company or work with a company and then have like an experience, a practical primary experience on how working in a typical environment is. Because most of us, as we are studying here, our main aim is to get jobs after school, after graduation, get jobs and then work in a company. So these, when you've graduated and you look for a job, the reason why we do skills immersion is so that you don't struggle to work in a work environment. That's because you already have experiences when you were in ALU. You worked with certain companies, you know how team. Hello, please mute yourself. Yes, please mute yourself. Thank you. So that you have like the necessary skills. So when you get out there, you don't struggle. It's not you are learning everything again.
Urakora icyongereza? Science? Iki?
Hello, please mute yourself if you are not talking. Let's not distract ourselves. You get the chance. I see Damasida, you have your hands raised. You have the chance to ask your question, but for now, let us finish giving you all the information that you need. You can type your question in the chat box so you don't forget. Thank you. And then the final one is the degree specialization, where you get to choose either you want to offer BEL or BSc. So for the software engineering, the program provides you with an opportunity to learn foundations in applications and system programming. And then at the same time, students get an exposure to one specialization of their choice. So once you are learning about applications like maybe building mobile apps or building websites or those things, and then systems programming, you have the chance to also specialize. So it's a broad course. So if you are doing software engineer, even though you are taking software engineering, there are different branches, or let me say specialization tracks that you can take. Then it's also it provides a career-oriented learning pathway and equips students with skills to become adaptable, lifelong learners. So as you are learning the course, you are not just learning, it gives you like skills where after you are done graduating, you can make use of these skills out there. Yes. So the SE program structure, when you look down there, we have boxes in different colors. So the red box represents the foundation module, the blue represents SE degree specific module, and then the gray box represents the skills immersion. So when you take in your year one, the red box is also, which is foundation module, which is the core module for everyone studying, everyone in your intake. So if you came in January 2023, is for everyone, whether you are taking BEL or BSc. So in your year one, trimester one, which you will be on campus, which compulsory for you to be on campus early Rwanda, you are going to learn a lot. You are going to take courses on learning processes, reflective thinking. Your year one, trimester two, when you pick the SE as your specialization degree or program, you are going to, this is where you get deeper into it. You're going to be introduced to Linux, IT tools, basically like introduction to Python programming and databases. So this may sound, it may sound huge, or it may sound like it's a difficult thing, but these are just foundation courses where everyone, whether you have background knowledge or experience in SEO or not, these are like foundation courses where ALU equips you with. So everyone gets to learn about software engineering. So these are like basic knowledge in Python programming, databases, Linux, where you are being introduced to all these languages. Then in the same year, two trimester two, you have self-leadership and team dynamics. These are courses that micro courses, we call them micro courses, that ALU gives you, so you can learn more about how working in a team works. If there are conflicts and all that, how do you navigate through all those things? If you are taking a leadership role, how do you make certain decisions, difficult decisions as a leader, certain things to consider so you can make the best decisions that will help everyone. Then in your trimester 3, you have introduction to front-end web development. For this, everyone gets to learn. You know, when you visit a website and then like all the nice things you see on the website, sometimes you see animations, you see different colors, you see pictures, are like, how do people do this thing? Yes, here in ALU, we have facilitators that will teach you all those things, how to do them, web infrastructure, as well as responsible enterprise. Then in your year 2, you have communicating for impact. So as the name goes, it's basically communicating so you have a positive impact. So early teaches you how to communicate, because when you go out there, it's through talking. How do you sell yourself? If you need a job, how do you talk for people to, you know, understand what you are saying, the message you're communicating? If it's a solution you're designing, how do you speak for people to understand your solution? How do you speak for people to engage? How do you get positive response from what you're saying? Then you have enterprise web development and then foundations projects. So these foundations projects, we divide yourselves into groups. Then you pick based on your mission. Yes. So some people will be grouped in people that have interest in healthcare, people that have interest in education, people that have interest in job creation, women empowerment. So like you are all grouped based on your interest. And then you come up with a project. So whatever you're learning in BSE, you use it to basically, so like the project is like identifying a challenge or something. It's also around this whole mission thing. And then you build maybe either an app or a website, or just like anything you feel that will help people to, you know, that will help people reduce the challenges that they're going through. Yeah, so it's mainly a group project, and you have people that will assist you with it. Then you have year 2 in your trimester 2, you have introduction to software engineering, as well as your skills immersion. So the skills immersion is where you look for internship either on your own, or we have an ALU opportunity board where ALU gives us a lot of links or companies that are looking for internships. Interns, sorry. A lot of companies that are looking for interns. So you can apply to either one of them, or you look for your own internship and apply. Then you have specialization module in trimester 3, your year 2. So this is where you get to pick one of the specializations, either machine learning, AR, VR, C#, web, yes, and then web development. So at the same time, you'll be doing introduction to mobile development, which is using Flutter to build a mobile app. So for example, if you check something like WhatsApp, like when you download WhatsApp, there's a whole authentication verification where you input your name, your number, they send you an email. So like if you're someone interested in building those kind of things, yes, this is for you, and it's for everyone. Yes. Then your year 3, you continue with your specialization module. If you chose AR, VR, that's where you go deeper into AR, VR. You have facilitators, or let me say learning coaches, that are going to have weekly classes with you. Yes. Then your year 2, same thing. Then final year, yes, your final trimester, you have a mission capstone where everything that you've been learning, the projects that you've been working on, let me say your mission, this is where you defend it, and then you are graded, then bye-bye, you're done with ALU. So these are the specialization tracks. Low-level programming, we have augmented virtual reality, which is AR, VR, machine learning, and then web stack, or web stack. Full stack, yes, or web dev, yes. So if you pick low-level programming, just know you are going to be programming in C. For those of you who are the tech bros, yes, you're programming in C, Linux programming, data structures and algorithms in C, introduction to blockchain developments and all that. Then if you chose augmented virtual reality, programming in C#, introduction to Unity, advanced programming, AR/VR development with Unity and all that. Then if you are interested in machine learning, you choose machine learning as your specialization tracks, you have mathematics for machine learning. So this is where your mathematics comes in. For those of you who forgot everything you did in high school, this is where it comes in. So yes, if you're interested in this, please don't forget your mathematics, because yeah, it's going to help you if you are interested in machine learning. Yes, for those of you doing, I don't like math, but you want to do machine learning, you have to like math. Thank you. Then introduction to machine learning as well. Nino is doing machine learning, so if you have any questions, you can ask him, can throw it at him. Then full stack, I'm specializing in full stack. So this is where you get deeper into Python, like everything they taught you, like the foundations they taught you, get deeper into it. So you get advanced front-end development. You have advanced Python programming, advanced backend, where you learn Flask, Django, yeah, all those things, React, development, advanced DevOps, yes. So BSc career pathways, you are probably wondering, if I take this BSc course, what can I do? Yes, so if you take this augmented reality or virtual reality, you can be a game developer. One of those games that guys are so obsessed with, all these football games, pool, Subway Surfers, like yes, you can be one of them. Mobile game developer, systems engineer, immersive experience designer, gameplay developer, and all that. If you take low-level programming, no, you can be a junior software engineer, a full software engineer, embedded systems programmer, SRE, junior blockchain engineer, and all that. If you do full stack development like myself, you can be a full stack developer, front end developer, React developer. So like there are various, even though you take a specific choice, there are various career pathways that you can take. If you take machine learning, you can be a machine learning engineer, AI engineer, all these people building Alexa, Siri, all those people, yes. Data analyst, big data developer, Python developer. So there are so many interests if you pick a career pathway, yes. So you are probably wondering that if I want to do BSc, what are the requirements that ALU looks for? So if you take BSc, the admissions team will check the top 3 principal passes at A level, including at least one course subject related to SE, which is software engineering domain, for a minimum of C average. So if you're interested in taking BSc, you have to get a minimum of C in physics, math, or any sciences, or any course that is related to BSc, computer science. Yes, you have to get a minimum of C. Yes, an average of C in these courses. That's for your final high school. Either you did A-level, O-level, IB, WAEC. Yes, you need to get a minimum of C in these courses. But they place emphasis on computer science, physics, math. Yes. Then the program eligibility requirements require prospective students to have an A-level year in courses like math, like I said before, engineering, physics with a B grade sharp. So if you get a B, you can be considered, yes. Then continuous individuals seeking to enroll in the software engineering program will be asked to meet additional requirements. So when you come here and you show interest in taking the SE subjects, they give you, you are being given a test, which is compulsory. And when you pass the test, you can move on and then take the SE course. But if you fail, you will have to take another course. So when you come here, before you take the SE course, you will be tested. Just so ALU is aware if you are capable of taking the course or doing it. The student needs to timely act on emails from registrar's office in the first trimester for the program enrollment. So when you come here, getting close, ending to your first trimester, you need to keep an eye on your email. Yes, just check your emails because you receive email from the registrar's office to register for your courses. If you don't register on time, you're going to have a lot of issue. There's like a date and open date where you can register for all the courses. So you need to keep an eye on your email, your spam, like everywhere. Yeah. So this is the end of the BSc course, and I will pass it on to my fellow colleague. Okay, do you guys have any questions so far? And I would like to ask on how I can join ALU. So if you want to join ALU, you have to start your application for September. If you want to join us in September, application for September is open, but application for May is closed. Yes, it's closed. So you need to start your application now if you want to join us in September. So you can go on our portal or type www.startearlyeducation.com. Yes, you follow that link, you can be able to start your application. Yes, and okay, as course of early is very important, please, how can you help me as a student who need to study this course? Scholarship, phone number. Okay, so you want to study the course, you want a scholarship. So I don't know if you have started your application yet, but when you start your application, there's a section to apply for scholarship or a grant. So like that's a whole application on its own. So when you apply for it and you send the application team is going to review it, and after reviewing, if you deserve the scholarship, they give you scholarship. If you deserve grants, you get grants. So yes, I'll hold on with the questions for now. Yes, and pass it on to my colleague to take you through the BAL course quickly.
Hi, Chisom. Are you here with us?
Okay, sorry, I had a few issues with my mic. So, hi everyone. Let me know if you can hear me, please.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, cool. So, my name is Chisom Chimezie. I am studying entrepreneurial leadership here at African Leadership University. I'm in my second year, and I will be taking you through basically the coursework of the entrepreneurial leadership here at African Leadership University. Princess, if you don't mind, you can please share the next screen. Okay, so entrepreneurial leaders, basically, as you can see on the screen, are individuals who transform problems into opportunities that create economic and social value for communities. So just basically imagine entrepreneurial leadership as the policy side of ALU, the arts and sciences or humanities side of ALU. So in BEL, we have been provided with leadership skills, research skills, career skills, methodologies, etc. And BEL basically provides us with the ability to create products, services, and programs. So I'll be sharing frequently, or like I've already said now, BEL is basically a course that helps us create economic and social value for communities and organizations in the society. And basically, BEL students are problem solvers. Princess, could you please confirm if you can hear me clearly? If you can, Chelsea, I'd like you to maybe check your settings, your sound settings, to see how clearly you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. Moving over to the next slide, Princess, please. The next slide. Okay, basically, okay, that's okay. So, like I said earlier, BL provides us with general applicable research skills and all, which I've already shared. The next slide, please, Princess. Okay, so under the BEL program, just like BSc, we have missions, we have foundations, we have skills immersion, and we have the degree specialization. So under missions, I think Princess has explained this earlier, but I would place emphasis again on it. When we are introduced to those grand challenges and opportunities from our first semester, then you get to pick what interests you the most or what you are very much interested in. And that's where you can start working on it. For example, I was mostly interested in women empowerment and education. So I had to come up with a mission statement, basically something guiding what your feelings and what you think of those sectors. And then you come up with a mission statement, but that is after you've come up with a problem statement, something that you want to solve. And then you can come up with a mission statement around these 14 grand challenges and opportunities. Now we have the foundation classes. Those are mostly in our first semester here at ALU. And it comprises of SDL, which is, I have forgotten the meaning of SDL, Jesus. And then in other ways, we have ELAB, which is, okay, SDL is actually self-directed learning, and then ELAB is entrepreneurial lab. So we have those two courses majorly in our foundation, and then other micro courses as well. But yes, those are the courses under our foundation classes, and they usually help us to get introduced to the BEL, also BSc, but mostly BEL program. And then we have skills immersion. Skills immersion is compulsory at ALU. Skills immersion is basically the semester where everything you have learned in theory, you have to put it in practice. Now we're getting jobs, we're getting internships, and if you don't get an internship, then you can do a self-project, which will be managed by your facilitators and coaches who will be looking into it. And then moving on, you get into your degree specialization, which is in your second semester, where you get to do things that are specific for your courses, if it's BEL or BSc. Now for BEL, for your first year, like I explained, there'll be learning processes and reflective thinking just under the foundations. And then in your your trimester 2, you will do introduction to grand challenges and opportunities, complex problem solving, building startups, and creating employment in emerging markets. So the thing with introduction to grand challenges and opportunities is just moving you further into the system so that you can actually work on your missions and your mission statements. Then we have complex problem solving. As stated earlier, entrepreneurial leadership students are problem solvers. And it would be very nice if you are a problem solver to be able to learn how to solve these problems. And so we will be having scenarios under this course, complex problem solving, and we have scenarios, we have coursework that basically takes us out there to solve real life problems and real life issues. Now building startups and creating employment in emerging markets majorly are for people who are in BEL, but not the policy side. I don't think I've mentioned this, but maybe we'll mention it along the way, or I might just say it now. BEL is actually divided into, we have about 3 major specializations. And in our specializations, we have business management, business management integration, policy and advocacy, as well as planetary health. So most students who are into the business aspect of BEL actually get to do the building startups and all that. We get opportunities to choose once in a while. And then we get to do the professional skills lab that actually prepares us for skills immersion. Under professional skills lab, you're introduced to how to create your resume, cover letter, etc. Basically preparing you for your real life experience, your hands-on experience, your project work that you're going to be doing, which leads us to trimester 3, which is a skills immersion semester. Now, skills immersion, like I said earlier, is the internship semester. Most of us get internships to get hands-on experience on everything that we have learned from trimester 1 and trimester 2. And so in trimester 3, it's majorly yourself, your skills immersion, but then we're going to be having self-leadership and team dynamics as well. It's basically with neck pods and with groups, just to help you work, develop skills to work with groups and all that. And then we also have responsible enterprise, which is under the skills immersion as well. It's actually a coursework that helps us with the team dynamics as well, and with our jobs wherever we are, interning or working on a self-project. Then moving on to year 2, we have communication for impact, or communicating for impact, we would have creativity and innovation, Africa's leaders, and GCG's electives. So I'd like to actually like add that some of these things change because the way it is written here isn't exactly how I am doing it now. Most times some courses get added, some courses get removed, depending on how the school system decides to upgrade the program. So I don't want you to be surprised when you actually resume. Maybe some of the things here are not exactly what you did. No, we didn't lie to you. Yes, things got changed, which is normal. Change happens in every process. So there will be Africa's leaders, there will be GCGO's elective as well. And then in your trimester 2, critical thinking, systems thinking, and gap analysis. We also have simulation classes, structured controversy. We learned these using other interfaces like viewpoints. So it's basically a simulation class where we have to understand the scenario and role play to solve an issue, a real life issue. That's what structured controversy is. Idea generation and future thinking was a course I did not get to do, so I really can't speak a lot on it. And then GCGO's electives as well was a course that was scraped out, was actually removed from our second semester, which I am in right now. So in trimester 3, there will be professional skills lab 2 and skills immersion 2, which I look forward to doing next semester, which I have not gotten into. And then of course, year 3, there'll be quantitative reasoning, theory of change, just basically everything you can see on the screen. I cannot give in-depth how it is because I haven't been there yet. Like I said earlier, I'm in my year 2, my second trimester. So you understand the gaps and the things I can share and the things I can't share. Princess, please, the next slide. So I spoke about mission pathways, and here we have it here. So we will, under BEL, we will pursue studies and develop our missions across using the 14 grand challenges and opportunities. And it's basically under these mission pathways: business strategy and investment, policy and advocacy, and planetary health. So you will, for all these 3 mission pathways, some courses are compulsory for all 3 of them. And then for some, it's not compulsory. Please give me 1 minute. Okay, sorry for that. So like I said, some courses are actually compulsory for all 3 of these mission pathways, but some are strictly tailored for each mission pathway. For example, planetary health, if you're doing planetary health, you'll be doing courses like conservation, you'll be doing climate change, etc. Under policy and advocacy, you'll be doing things like Pan-Africanism, policy and advocacy, structured controversy, etc. And then under business strategy and investments, like on the previous slide, you'd be doing things like building investments, markets, emerging markets, etc. So under our core methods, we have courses that are very much tailored under research methods, complex problem solving, and enterprise and entrepreneurship. So like I said, it's just kind of similar to the things that we said on the previous slide. If you remember, I took a screenshot, whatever. So in pathway methods, you'll be exposed to disciplines, methodologies, history, and leading thinkers and practitioners associated with the GCGOs. So basically what it means, we are going to be exposed to people who have actually worked on the GCGOs that we're interested in. You will be told to maybe research someone who is a guru in the field that you are in. Maybe if I'm working on that education, someone who has actually done the most or something really great in Africa, majorly, mostly in Africa. Sometimes there are exceptions where you have to pick maybe someone who's not African, but yes, most of the time in Africa. And then you will pick those people, you will go have research through their journey, what they learned, what they did, and you'll be able to make your own research and your own conclusions from there. Basically learning from them. And then it will actually help us with the selection and everything of our mission statements, etc. So moving on, these are pathways under business strategy and investments. So we have principles of microeconomics. It's actually more of microeconomics, which we did. There'll be financial accounting, corporate strategy, socially responsible business, product launch, development and launch, organization alignment, business operations, people management, communication and marketing, risk management. So I can't really give in-depth knowledge of all this. I did microeconomics. If you did economics in high school, yes, it would be very necessary when you're doing microeconomics. It may be kind of more than, because it's like, of course, you're in the university, so obviously it's like more than, but yes, it's still very great. And it's not actually difficult. It's just like people think. Microeconomics is actually not difficult, especially not at ALU. Next slide, please. Okay, and then under planetary health, you will be doing disciplines and concepts based on global food systems, just basically, yeah, you'll be working with on scenarios under like the World Food Program, UNICEF, UNESCO, etc. Social structures and systems, circular economy. This is a course that we're doing this semester. Fortunately, I am not offering it. So there is One Health principle, climate change drivers and mitigations. I did climate change last semester. It's basically just like the name sounds. We are going through everything that causes climate change, role-playing scenarios, and learning how to mitigate climate change in Africa, most especially. So there's urbanization and infrastructure, blue economy, policy and advocacy, nature-based economy, etc. So you can see policy and advocacy here on the previous slide, Princess. The previous, yeah. So policy and advocacy here is actually kind of related, like in a sense, some people are doing policy and advocacy alongside planetary health. That means they want to make, or they want to be around policies, whatever, that help climate change. So that's how it's, or the planet, the health of the planet. So that's how it's related. Now you can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so under policy and advocacy, people with missions in policy and advocacy, we have policy and government, policy formulation and design, policy implementation, public policy management, policy and conflict, social policy and advocacy, popular education and awareness, community organizing, campaign management, advocacy futures, and social media. So all these we are under courses. I'll give an example. I had this course this semester, like I said, structured controversy, and we had to role play for the whole semester. I was the Minister of Labor in Somalia, and I had to help this whole community that had a climate change disaster, and they had unemployment, they had climate change failure and stuff like that. So those are role plays and scenarios that you actually work on, maybe personally or as a group, and then you learn how to formulate policies at the and design them. Are the policies like reasonable? Do they help the community? Do they help you? Are they long-term? Are they short-term, etc.? So that's it for policy and advocacy. So graduate outcomes. Because you are equipped with skills under these 3 specific mission pathways, and you're also equipped with the tools under these particular skills and tools that we have already spoken about, the research methods, the complex problem solving, the enterprise, and entrepreneurship. So you can get actually careers in all 14 GCGOs, every single thing that the GCGOs you've been introduced to, both private sector, public sector, and also non-profits. We've had people who have graduated from, okay, no one has actually graduated from the program, but we have people who have interned or are presently, working in the program. Princess, would you like move the slides up? I can see the typical post-graduation path.
Okay, it's entrepreneur venture, self-employment, graduate school.
Okay, so most people after they graduate at ALU, they get to do their entrepreneurial venture, that's like self-employment, or they get actual jobs like in, like I said, the private sector, public sector, or most people go back to grad schools. So that's usually the pathways of our students for postgraduates. Okay, moving on. So BL career pathway. Under the private sector spectrum, you can be business analyst, you can be finance analyst, you can be communication specialist, marketing and communications officer, marketing coordinator, etc. Just as you see on your screen. Under the NGO spectrum, there can be monitoring and evaluation of officers, climate change policy advisor, fundraising and grants officers, etc. Just as you see on your screen there. And when you're just coming up with this or whatever, it's actually things that we have seen our students get internships in. And yes, definitely. So under public sector, under the public sector, people get jobs in the ministries or government-owned parastatals, etc. Yeah. And that's it for the BEL. And just speaking about the grant challenges and opportunities, we can see that on our screen. And yeah, that's it for BEL info session. Thank you so much. Princess, over to you.
Thank you, Chisom. So now I hope you guys have a depth info or idea about the courses and what you'll be doing when you take each courses. So yes, I think I'll hand it over to Nino to take us through the end of the slide.
All right. Thank you so much, Princess. Thank you so much, Chisom, for taking us through the entrepreneurial leadership program. Just like I pasted the link in the chat, this is how our dashboard looks like if when you start your application to ALU. You initially register your credentials, personal information, and then you will be directed to talk more about yourself, your background. Then you be given access to the full application. So you can access this link you can access the application via the link that I pasted in the chat. Process, if you can kindly paste it in the chat, and then you can begin your application. Like we said, the application for May 2024 has closed, so it's ideal for you to start your application for September 2024, so you can stand a good chance of getting admitted and accessing other opportunities that are available for aspirants and for applicants. Yeah, next slide. So that's basically the end of our session today. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. You can use the reactions to raise your hand and then ask you to unmute, or you can just also reach out to us, but like ask any questions you have from the modules we just talked about and most of the information that we just shared to you. Do we have any questions? Okay, I can see one in the chat. Romaric says, I wanted to know more about the application deadlines. Princess, could you take this?
Okay, what's the question?
So he says, please, I wanted to know more about the application deadlines.
Okay, so for now, the application deadline for September 2024 is not yet out, but is going to be out by next month, which is why it's best if you apply early whilst it's still open. So we just opened the application, but mostly the deadline is going to be in August. Yes, August is probably going to be early August or mid-August. So you have now until that time to apply. But if you want scholarship, I would advise you to apply early. Now or next month is your best chance to apply and get your scholarship. This is because it's a first come first basis and also a need basis. So the earlier you apply, the better. The application does not take long. You need 3 days or maximum a week or two to apply. That's if you really want to take your time, you can use 2 weeks to apply to get all your necessary documents. Also, the reason why you need to start early is because there are some documents that you need to submit, especially when you comes to the financial aid part where you want scholarship. You'll be asked to bring your bank statement, sponsorship letter, like that, so many documents. And then it takes time to get these documents. For those of you that did WAEC, I know you have to go back to your school to get your certificate. That is not something you can do in a day or two. You need to, if you need to travel back to your school or if you need to send email, it takes time. So I will advise you to start your application early. Now is your best chance to start. Yes.
Thank you so much, Princess. Romaric, I hope that was very comprehensive for you. And for some of us that was also like wondering what the application deadline looks. I think the main thing just to note is, one, apply early to the scholarships we have, the grants we have on first come, first serve. And it's also on a need-based basis. So like it's very integral. You apply as soon as you can, and then like ensure you get all your documents, ensure they are accurate and very like get them on time, and ensure like you have that all in check, so you don't have any hiccups when you're filling out your application. So another question says, which alternative documents can you submit if your parents are self-employed and don't have a bank account?
Okay, so these questions are all in the application guide, and I'm sure the application guide is also, you can find the link in your portal. So please make use of the application guide. You have all the information on what to submit, supporting documents you can submit in case you don't have, your parents don't have bank statements, or if they are self-employed. So please check the application guide. All the answers to these questions are there. Please make use of them. Thank you. The link to the application guide is on the portal. Yes, you find it in the application portal.
Thank you. Does anyone have any other question? Do we have any other question? I can't see any hands raised. So I assume we don't have any other questions.